So this is actually the corner right there. That's where the corner goes. So just trying to work it so that's the corner. All right. Hopefully they'll match up right.
You wonder my dog, did she turn into a chia pet?
Drop this dirt right there. Oh, got some rough stuff here. Okay, we're going right now. Fun. Hey, Mary, do you want to try this? Well, just wait till we get a little bit further down. We'll probably hit that. Sand here in a minute.
Over to the river bottom.
Yeah, Arkansas River bottom. Yay! But yeah, that's like it's about 2 feet worth of topsoil that I'm cutting through here.
And then you're down to what we originally had.
Then we're down to the original material. Just sand right there, and that other post might wind up going into some of that clay. I don't know yet. I don't know. Oh, no, so there we go. Now we're hitting sand. That's sand now. Well, you know what the nice thing about the sand is?
Drainage?
It's easy to dig in.
Oh.
This is. Thump. Oops, sorry. Sure we're not going to tip the eaves of the house or a cord or anything. Am I hitting the eaves of the house?
Yeah.
I thought so. There we go. All right, here
Here goes the strawberry juice.
we go. They'll live. Okay, so here we have our polyurethane foam. Ta-da, ta-da. Fast setting, and it's going to take 2 of these bags to do the job. It'll take 2 bags, and it takes about an hour or 2 for the stuff to set up. So,
Oh, it does?
well, for it to set up to the point where I can put the second bag in. All right. So after we put this one down, we're going to take a little bit of a break.
You're gonna go visit Larry.
I'm going to go visit our next door neighbor and hang out and enjoy the sunshine. He said you can come over and visit too.
You can't ever hear me.
Huh?
You can't ever hear me.
Because you talk too softly. You have those bionic ears, super hearing or whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Obviously, you never worked artillery.
I tried to
There
try.
we go.
I had a hearing test a few years back.
I did too.
I told the lady, I think I'm losing my hearing. She goes, well, if you're losing it, you're getting down to normal.
You're getting down to normal. Yeah, thanks. Thanks a lot, buddy.
This hole, you put that in that hole.
I'm putting in this hole over here. This hole's fine now. Okay, so I'll find our notch. There's our notch right there that we'll use to open it up with. You know, mix for about 30 seconds. And this edge here, whenever you press that bag all the way up against it, it scrapes all that chemical component out into the other side. And then you just repeat the process so it mixes back and forth. But this doesn't actually start setting up until it makes contact with the air, and then it starts heating up and it'll expand and then it'll set up. And
you know, every through hiker knows how to do this.
Huh?
Because you take a freezer bag,
Yeah.
and you put your powdered eggs and you powdered this and you powdered that.
Oh, is this the way they do it with is this the way through hikers prepare their breakfast?
Well, you have to make sure you get the corners mixed in real good because
Oh yeah,
the corners will just be like, ooh,
yeah.
you're like a rock.
Yeah,
there.
you don't want to have these A and B chemical components inadequately. I mean, it's farting. The bag's farting. Do you hear that? Ew. Ew. Mary.
What?
Mary. So rude.
Your rocks are gonna fall over.
Okay.
Down the hatch.
All right. Now I left myself a little tiny hole there, which is all the space I need to pour this liquid. Such a great improvement over the way we used to have to do it as a kid, where you'd have to have one person hold it and the other person putting the dirt down a handful at a time with a big iron bar and tamping it down as you went. That was such a chore, huge chore. All right, so I'm just pouring all this right down there into the hole. Ta-da, 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 ta-da.
What about the other side?
What about the other side? It's liquid. It'll work its way around. Oh, crud. I got some foam on one of the blocks.
Blocks you probably never use for anything ever
Oh,
again?
yeah, it's an edger. Yeah, never mind. No, I probably will use some of those edgers for foundations.
Messy.
Foundations to lay other blocks and stuff like that.
Let's get it everywhere.
The bag's starting to get hot. Oh, yeah, and I don't want to get it on my hands. Trying to be careful not to get it on my hands.
It's in the dirt, so don't go too low to the dirt. Get all over the dirt.
Okay, there we go.
This looks like it's doing this.
It's just, yeah. All right, so we're gonna put this in the trash, and we're gonna come back here, and we're gonna double check for about 3 minutes. We'll take this post here and make sure it stays level. So that's all we're gonna do for about 3 minutes. Is just keep the ball on it, check it, make sure it's staying level. Look good on that side. Check the other side.
It's a little to the line.
A little off at this stage is not bad. We can always make more adjustments later.
When the foam dries?
But once we've got the second bag in and the foam is dried, it's set. And it won't move.
Did I show you the one he messed up on? He thought he could hang the pole or something goofy like that. And it was perfectly straight up and down, right? But then it turns a little bit. How much was that?
Okay, so here we have it. This one in the far back corner here, 88 inches above, well, wherever the level of the patio is. 88 inches. This is the deepest one, or maybe the shortest of the timbers that we've got planted. So we're going to cut them all off so they have 88 inches above the level of the patio sticking up. That should give us a nice, more or less level top. So we'll do our calculations. Here we have 93 1/4. So 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 5 and a half. 5.5 inches. We need to get off 5.5 inches. I think I can get the ladder out for this one. Hang tight. Oh wow, look at this. Woo, super shot. Alright, so 5.5 inches off. Sorry about the noise. Tell her I'd do it. Go ahead, here, we've got our level, which I like to use as a straight edge at times, and our marker. So now I can just come over here, put that there. I know that is the outer boundary there. I know that here, that's the outer boundary there. Okay. Yeah, I discovered a long time ago when I was a kid, playing with building things with dominoes, that a lot of the fun in the creative process is whenever you get to just knock it down. Crosscut saw as opposed to a rip saw. Ask the guy at the hardware store, they'll tell you which one's which. This right here, I got my 2 lines there. I'm actually going to go right there and just gently pull the star that's called, starting with that, the kerf, whatever the technical term is for the kerf, it's that start cut there. Straight across between those 2 marks. Cutting across the grain of the wood, which is why it's called a crosscut saw. It's got a lot of regular teeth because if they were irregular, they would bounce and skip across the grain of the wood. The irregular teeth are better for cutting quickly through across or with the grain of the wood, and that's why they rip through material, and that saw is called a rip saw. For all you kids that were deprived in your educational systems of a shop class, I will have you know, I was a lousy student in shop class. Can you imagine having to do work in a world with no electricity? What if it became necessary for you to do construction projects? No power tools? You can't just haul out your generator and fill it full of gas and get your drill to work and saws to work and all that other wonderful stuff? How did Grandma and Grandpa ever survive in this cold, cruel world with no power tools? It's a wonder. And a sharp chisel down there until it bites. There we go. And then lower it. I continue to use the mallet on the back until we get a split. It's almost good right here. There we go. And we get a split. Just like that. Nice straight grain here too. Make it come along. That's pretty. That's pretty, by gum. Should be getting split any minute now. There we go. See, without that knot, it's so much easier to work without a knot in the middle of your material. Let's go a little bit. There, but there we go. That's better bite. Got a split. Bite in there. Just remove that material. Yeah, imagine if I was using a power saw to do this. It would just be disturbing the piece. Might be done quicker, but it'd be noisy. It'd be noisy. Man, nothing like having a sharp wood chisel. No, actually, this thing is sharp enough. That with a soft pine, look at this. You just use the chisel, the blade of the chisel, just carve in there. Right? You don't even have to tap it with the mallet. That gives us just a little groove. If I need to make an adjustment for leveling purposes, I can bring the belt sander in at this point and just go across here with the belt sander and finish that out. What? You're still with me? All right, really quickly here before the I'm just having a hard time getting you balanced there. Before the power goes out, well, we're gonna have to put this away because it's junk now. Before I lose my power, let's see if we can get this this puppy screwed in. I'll put one hand on the camera. Oh. Okay, looks like work is canceled for today. That's probably all we're going to get done until Monday's video release. But here we go. So we got our framework done. We're starting to put the 2x2s across the top. We got some more stuff coming up. Over here on the side, you notice we picked up the lattice work. It's now getting covered with snow. Yay. 2x4s there, 2x4s there. There's also 2x4s there, and I got a set right down here in the lower left-hand corner. That's all going to be forming the framework in between the posts. All across there. That's the doorway in there, and then across there, for us to attach that lattice work to. But that's just going to have to wait until, well, until it's not snowing, I guess. Enjoy the snow.